Today, we are ranking the best defenders in FC 25. As per usual, we have broken, rank 1, foot champs, debatable, in the pine. And I got a black guy. Weekend League was getting aggressive. Controllers were thrown. We don't have to discuss it, but run it up in the comments. If you have questions around players that have not been listed, I'm happy to give you my opinion. Okay, I don't even think he's going weekend. That's how I'm coming. Same with the kanji. They're not bad. They're not excelente at this point. We're getting new options, new abbreviations, new prime time performers. Alaba, foot champs, left back or center back. Some of you will force a center mid. I don't know. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I have been pleasantly surprised. I might even have him as an early iteration into broken. I'm telling you, he's that serious. Silva, I've seen people use her, but I'm not moved. Araujo, good money. Actually, sort of expensive for this version, but I like Araujo a lot. I'm leaving her at rank 1, but it's early. Aspi, debatable. Bacha, I just don't get on with her this year. I've got questions, and they're not having the answers. Bastoni, good to go. Foot champs. Beasley, debatable. Bjorn, a lot of stats, but 5'9" center back. I guess technically you could put her out wide. We'll go debatable. Daly, not today. Bompastor, currently using her. At least foot champs, you might be edging upward, but I'm telling you, I got defensive questions. Offensively, I like it. I love it. I appreciate it. Facilitation, brilliant. Defensively, some of those matchups versus the best wingers, the best strikers, I'm not winning them. That's the reality. Bremer, I like the 86 and I like the 87 inform. We'll take the inform on this go. Bright, that's going to be a no-go. Bronze, can't do it. You tell me if you're using her, I'd love to know how. Buchanan, no. Camavinga, overpowered. Undeniable as a characteristic. I don't see him used as a fullback. If anything, it's always a center mid. If we were talking midfield, I'd push him up to foot champs. As a fullback, there are quite a few options I prefer. Ooh, Capdevila. You're gonna pay for it. It's not necessarily pricey, he's just not cheap. Where do we want to have him? I'm getting a gauge. Jamie Carragher, surprisingly, he is going to be foot champs. I'm telling you, pace is not everything for those center backs. Carvajal, I'm not getting him into rotations. I'm not seeing him used. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but that's the reality. Cordoba always underperforms for yours truly. Davies might be on a bit of a come up. I'm seeing him more. Still, I don't know if he's for everyone, but he's sort of the cheap man's Mendy, and for that reason, I'm actually going to give him a way higher notch than I have been. After this patch, I swear Davies got better. So my previous sentiments and statements, they're not wrong. I'm telling you, he changed. He shifted. I don't know what's happened. Delit, can't do it. Not Liddy. Eder Militao, informed. Even the baseline, I like them both. If you're new to these parts, end of the video, we have a lot of movement. We're going to do a review. Dimarco, man's nice. I like him. At least the champion, for sure. Diogo, brand spanking new. What are we doing here? I need conversations. We got to internalize. 90 pace, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, all the links. Starting to get into the 80s plus crew with the passing, the dribbling, the defending, and the physical. We're heading to Romania. Inform if you want to do it for the weekend. No complaints this way. Big body, lot of pace, big upgrade. Dump trucking and dump freeing and dump frying, we have an inform. The most physical fullback you're going to use. And for that reason, he's combative. Offensively, if you need the passing, the dribbling, any of the above, I don't think so. But he's sort of a cheap Kyle Walker in some ways. What are we cooking? Debatable at best. Frimpong as a fullback. It's got to be our first into the broken, just zippy-zappy lightning on the pitch. And I'm tempted. I need to have some more movements here. I don't know if I have that division proper. Gabby, Weekend League certifiable. Georges, 5'8", reasons to not love her item. She does have a play style plus and anticipate to go with other defensive play styles. I'll still put her into the debate, but I'm not going to overextend. Godfrey, if you did the SBC, I think you're okay with it. He could probably do the weekend. I'm going to leave him here for now, but we'll revisit if you allow it. Ignacio, I think the stats are fraudulent. We're going debatable. Greenwood, that's going to be a skip. I'm sorry. Guerrero, who's not going to cost you an extra premium. I like him in rank 1. This man has tiki-taka playstyle plus. They threw on a 91 dribbling. His interceptions are through the roof. There's plenty that you can get down with, and he might end up just being some sort of floating midfielder or defender or false back. Some sort of different scenario or situation where he's not necessarily a specialist. He just improves the team. We didn't even mention 88 passing. Gusto, fantastic. Absolutely nice with it. Fantastic. Guardiola. We'll go debatable. Gwyn, you're not necessarily going to use her. Debatable. Hakimi, debatable. You're not seeing him for a reason. Hendrick, no thank you. Teo, and this is almost why I reserved broken. It's for the likes of Teo. You don't even need the inform. If you get the regular Teo, who's not going to be cheap either, the gold, also broken, for sure. Paredes, I want to do better by her. We've had a report from last year. She's not going to be your main choice or mainstay as a center back. James, not yet. João Cancelo, debatable. Fake stats. Going to the pine. My apologies. Karchawi is the same situation with Bacha. I just don't love him. I hope that doesn't make me a hater. Kimmy, I don't mind at all. Be fine for the weekend if you want to do that. Kimmich, can't use him as a fullback. What are we going to do? Ledley, got a little bit of that hero bump. Robin, let's talk Germans. 5 out of 6 play styles. Can improve. I'm going to start making more cases for foot champs here with some of these items. Jurgen, good to go. Vincent Company, if you're going to pay the bill, because you're going to have to. Broken, for sure. Kanate, I evoed him, which might get him into foot champs. Koulibaly, same situation. Kunde, I like plenty. Remember, he does have playstyle plus for jockey. Fan of that. Foot champs, I'm trying to add notches here in separation. We'll go for the weekend. Fullback Lawrence, you don't need her. So we'll just do that here for now. Lucio, gonna join Vincent Company. You see why we had to be strict with broken. It makes sense. It lines up. Vicente, clean. Just not better than Teo. Maicon, he deserves it. I just see more and more of this guy. Price tag was on the up and up and up. Fullback, he's doing everything on the pitch. Mappy Leon, I'd like her to be higher. I just don't know if I can get there. Cucurella, no. Lorente, we'll go debatable to be nice. Marquinhos, just packed him. I'll give him foot champs. I'm not as moved with Marquinhos, and that might be a hot take, and that's okay. It's his body type and size and physicality or lack thereof. It bothers me. Makes me uncomfortable for center backs. I want presence. Marquez, good for the weekend. Mascherano, be fine for a debatable. He's kind of always stuck out. Just doesn't fit meta. McCabe, no sir. Mendy, stupid. It's dumb. Most overpowered player ever. Last 5 years. Low rated, accessible, and he just goes on and on and on. And once he gets a promo item, again, Mendy will be your main priority as a fullback. Even being low rated, I never forget that foot miss item that haunted me. 85 overall. He lasted until team of the season from December. Nuno Mendes, not bad, but I wouldn't say he's great either. Olga, I think she could surprise you, but we got a tough group here. Ona's not making moves either. Otamendi, if you completed this objective, which I did, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Might even be happier on the long term if we get some upgrades. Some upward movement, but foot champs for now. Posh, you don't need him. Renard, you do not need her either. Ricky, I don't love him. I understand if you're in a different position. Riise, though, kind of making some statements this year. Real sentiment. I sort of want to lean him into rank 1. What I've been experiencing has been difficult, and that's saying it nicely, to break down. He has been on a big upturn majorly in terms of how the tactics work and the 80s across the board, the large body type, the physicality. It will all make sense. Robertson, I thought, was unusable. And for that reason, this is where we're heading, into the pine. Rodriguez, if you can make it work, we go debatable. He's sort of undersized for a center back. He's not fast enough for a fullback. In-betweener by nature and by stat line. Ruben Diaz, I don't love him. I've seen people using him every once in a while. He's not bad from a positioning standpoint, but I don't think he's next level at all. Rolfo, it pains me. I am a fan. Last year, I was her biggest supporter. This year, no defense. Whatever EA shifted, women fullbacks are not doing the positioning on the defensive end, and it's been detrimental. I hope I'm not preaching to the choir. Big Rudiger, broken. We're going to add some categories. I'm calling it early. As far as gold rare center backs or gold center backs, Rudiger is at that top notch. Romero's getting interesting. I don't know that he's in that next level of player in rank 1, but he might get there, all things considered. Saliba, right up there with Rudiger, just problem folks. I'd love to have him, hate to go up against him. Schlotterbeck, we'll go debatable to be nice. You don't need him. Alex Scott will be cool. Smooth for the weekend for sure. Luke Shaw, no. Yopstam, what's goody? I'm going to go all the way up to broken. This is a new add-in, and the man is damn good. Just fits the meta too. Fits the mold of the game. Stones, no sir. This Suava, I think her stats are fraudulent, my opinion, but that's where I'm coming from. Ta, you could get into the weekend still, big body. Chouameni, I'm telling you, this guy, something nice. Consistent, reliable, continuity. I like that you can play him as a midfielder or a center back. His movement feels a lot better than it should. I rate him. Tomori, brand new. This upgrade, and he was good to begin with. I am leaning into broken, first instinct says, and I'm going to make a couple additional tiers in the review. Just telling you now. Get ready to rev that up. Udogi, I promise you, still could get you into the weekend. I promise you. That's a fact. Upamecano will go debatable. Van de Ven, Mickey. What are we dealing with? This inform is got something. Yep. A lot to deal with, a lot of pace, overpowered by nature, or naughty by nature. Virgil van Dijk, unstoppable. Space remover, presence, body type, just everywhere, everything you could ask for. One of the greatest center backs of all time. I think it's safe to say that on record. Broken, and even his gold item, also broken. It's one of those double ups. Varane, this 87's tough. I have not been dealing with him very well. I'm going to get him into rank 1. Congrats on the retirement. I can appreciate the entirety of Varane's career. Ben White, no. Williamson will be nice. Throw in the debate, but it's still going to be a no. Kyle Walker, who I just packed, happily just packed. He's a rank 1 fullback. Especially if you want a right back. In particular, right backs, there's limitations. It's just not the strongest position as we're recording. Shall we review? I'm not going to focus heavily into the pine, even debatable in foot champs. If you want some movement in those departments, understandable. But I want to focus on more of the upper levels and maybe even players going from foot champs up another notch. Because at the end of the day, you're trying not to concede goals. That said, Godfrey could go up. Cordoba has always been a miss for me. To make this a little more clear, let's make a definite top 5. Teo has to be there. Virgil van Dijk, mandatory. Lucio, I'm going to give the nod. As broken as Mendy is, I still think I'm going to leave him here. Same with Rudiger, same with Saliba, even Tomori. Yapstam's physicality, just slapping folks. We'll get him into that finalized 5. We're missing a right back. We need to have it. So Frimpong is going up. Again, attacking oriented, quick, fast, responsive movement, just zooming everywhere on the pitch. So we've got our broken category. I want to take some of rank 1 up. Alexander-Arnold, surprisingly, I think he's that good. Araujo's going up for me. Militao is going to join him. I rate Tchouaméni. I rate Varane. I rate Mickey. I rate Bremer. I'm going to take Tchouaméni in. I just had such special experiences, and he has held it down for me in the mids. He's held it down for me as a center back. If I needed him, he does the job. He does his duty. No questions asked. I like the list. Top 5 is taking bodies, taking souls, keeping clean sheets. You let me know in the comments. What are your thoughts? And if you have questions, by all means, run it up. I'll have a lot more content coming out ASAP. And watch out for controllers. You don't want black eyes like this. I don't know how long it's going to last. I can't answer that question with any certainty.